Well, we've got a pretty special update for you this morning about a pretty special wolf in our state.
We sure do. Asha, the Mexican gray wolf, who we've told you about many times before, just became a mom. Take a look at these adorable photos from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Mexican gray wolf managers say Asha gave birth to 5 puppies in mid-May. We don't know how many of them are boys or girls, but we do know all of them are special, and that is because Mexican gray wolves are still critically endangered. And if you were wondering right now why we're spending so much time talking about this specific wolf on your screen, well, that is because Asha is a rather unique one. This is the designated Mexican gray wolf recovery zone stretching across New Mexico and Arizona. This is where those Mexican gray wolves are supposed to stay, but Asha made headlines after she ventured north of the I-40 border not once, but twice. She started here in Arizona in late 2022, made it up to the Santa Fe National Forest. They brought her back to this same spot, and just 1 year later in 2023, she makes the same trip, but this time up to the Valles Caldera. Now, as we said, wildlife managers captured her both times, brought her back down to the recovery zone, hoping that she would settle down and find a mate. But advocates say Asha's back-to-back journeys is evidence that this species is recovering and may be ready to roam beyond their designated recovery zone.
Seeing a wolf like Asha and seeing her want to move north, and I think people have been rooting for her to live the life she wants as a wild wolf, and it's certainly exciting to see her now as a mom, and I think folks will be excited to track her story with her pups and her mate from here forward.
U.S. Fish and Wildlife officials revealed there were at least 286 Mexican gray wolves living in the recovery zone earlier this year. It's a fantastic number, but they've told us before there needs to be at least 320 before they even start talking about loosening restrictions. Wildlife managers say Asha, her mate, and her puppies will be released on private land sometime this summer, and we'll see what happens.
It's possible that she'll try to move north again, and maybe her pups and her mate would go with her. Again, we would say she should be allowed to do that if that's what she wants to do, and she should be able to bring her family with her.
Now, this news is bittersweet for at least the advocate I spoke with, and that's because the Fish and Wildlife Service announced last summer they were going to keep Asha in captivity at a special wildlife reserve near Socorro until she mated, had a pack. You know, the idea here is that she's going to, now that she's a mom, she's going to stay put. She's got to take care of those little puppies, so she won't be roaming north into, wild territory for them, so to speak. But, still great news that she is now a mom.
Yeah, I hope she's happy about it. Maybe her wandering days are over.
Hey, you never know. I mean, the advocates are wondering, they want to see if Asha will stay put or if she's going to go back again, and the third time's the charm.
She said, you guys are on your own. You figure it out down here. I'm going north.
She wouldn't leave her puppies like that.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't
we
think
love
so.
Asha.